What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. TGIF, ladies and gentlemen. TGIF. It is Friday, November 19th. Open up, come on, man. 2025. It is 6:13 in the morning, and yes, that is my grandchild, the future plumber. The plunger at the toilet. Hope everyone is having a wonderful and fantastic day, evening, or night, regardless of what time of day you're watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love me Fridays. You know what? Yesterday morning, I was going through, where'd they go? I'll throw the one in the garbage. A stack, like a small stack, maybe like 5 or 6, things we got in the mail from charities that we've given to in the past. And I figured, I'll save them up, as it gets closer to the end of the year. Because they came in the last couple of weeks, but nonetheless, right before Christmas, I'll pay them out and, donate some money. So yesterday I did that, and I kid you not, we secured 6 figures of jobs yesterday. Pretty fucking tits, you gotta admit. That is pretty fucking tits. And here I am talking about how we're down 15% of revenue year to date from last year. And it's not going to be 15% anymore, isn't it? Awesome. Great stuff. Great stuff. But speaking of money, guys, the ones that are offering, interest-free promotional financing, the key word you need to remember is free. There is no such thing as the word free. Someone is paying for that, right? Whether it's, you get a credit card and you have interest-free period, to, buy things, and then have, you're paying it back slowly over the promotional period, 6 months, a year, whatever that is. There's not so much of that anymore. Not that my recollection. I believe in not carrying a debt on my credit cards. Paying debt and debt service is, I don't like carrying debt, right? Other than, vehicle, leases, or, financing of the trucks, or your mortgage, for example. It's, you rack up credit card debt, especially around the holidays, that, $1,000, if you don't pay it in full, and by the time that due date comes, when that statement comes, now you're gonna have interest, and interest, could be serious, 20, 30%. So there's no such thing as the word free. But I'm talking about this because one of those jobs that we secured, I was able to secure that job by offering a promotional period of 18 months of interest-free financing. And there's that key word, right? Free. So let's say, for example, you sell a job for, $10,000, right? And you, like, I really can't afford this. I don't have the money. And it's facts. The reality is that a big percentage of Americans don't have a certain amount of emergency fund savings in the event of a rainy day. It's sad. People are not that fiscally, I wouldn't say responsible, but fiscally secure. So back to this interest-free financing. So let's say you offer 6, 12, 18, 24, 5 years of interest-free financing. And there are companies that do it. I can open up the Nassau Herald, and I can find, there I am, by the way, and I can find another plumbing or HVAC contractor in here, because they always take full paid ads, and I'm not going to really show them. Let's make sure that they're in here again. And they are, because it was in a special pull-out thing for the holiday, wishing everyone Merry Christmas. But they offer 5 years. they offer 5 years of interest-free financing. Now, to do that, you need, it's a little insane, yeah. There's a processing rate or an effective rate that someone's going to have to pay. So let's say, for example, you offer, interest-free financing for 10 years. We work with Synchrony for our consumer, lending, for residential deal. And there's a Peak Financial that we use for commercial deals. And we don't really use that much financing here at Pipe Doctor. I think with Synchrony, we probably process maybe $200,000 a year of that, which not a lot, but if you're bringing in $500,000 a year in revenue for your business, and 200,000% is financing, yeah, I guess you live in that geographic area, that demographic that needs that. But nonetheless, so the effective rate of processing, right? So if I'm offering interest-free financing for a period of 18 months, Synchrony Financial is going to charge me an effective rate for processing that of approximately 7%. So on a $10,000 deal, they're going to take back $700 as their fee. Is that free? No, it's not. Someone is paying for that. And if you don't price your jobs correctly, you're going to be paying for that, and you're going to be not only leaving money on the table, but they're going to be they're going to be taking out from under you. All right. Imagine you bid out a job, right? And you accounted for your expenses, the cost of goods sold, those COGS we talk about every so often, your business overhead, which includes all of your fixed expenses, the labor, the labor to facilitate the job. You need a profit or markup on that. And if you don't factor in in that price wiggle room, right, you could be eating that $700 out of your markup, your profit of the job, right? And if you don't price it right, you could actually lose money on that job. Hopefully you don't. And Synchrony we've been using them for quite some time, and this is not a sponsored ad or nothing like that, right? Or sponsored video. This video is sponsored by Synchrony. No. But we've been using them before. It was called GE Capital Credit. We've been using them, since day one, basically. I signed up through Ream, MCN distributors, when we were selling Ream at one point of our existence here. I mean, we don't put in Ream, but there are other companies out there that charge higher, But imagine 5 years, 60 months, or even 72 months, interest-free financing. On that kind of deal, it may be 25% of a processing rate, an effective rate. So on a $10,000 job, 25%, something in my eye, $2,500. You're like, damn, where'd all the money go? Went in there, went into the bank. Bank house, the bank makes money. And then they hope that, I wouldn't say they hope that, but if the consumer, the borrower, the cardholder, does not pay it in full at the end of that promotional period, they're getting hit with interest from day one. And that could be substantial, especially when it's 26.99% of deferred interest. So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to offer financing for your customers. Through my own personal experience, I find that Synchrony Financial is the best out there through their home comfort program, quick financing, whatever it's called. Wells Fargo is another. They I know I was going to do something with them a while ago. Actually applied. No, not a while ago. Yeah, about a year and a half ago, I applied to become a merchant to process with them and offer my clients, an alternative to Synchrony. And they actually sent me back a letter, and it really pissed me off that my credit score did not meet, my credit did not meet their criteria, and that I had too many open, I had too many inquiries and too many outstanding obligations. Oh, and I was pissed. I'm like, the fuck you talking about? Like, you don't deny me. What? What are you talking about, right? And anyway, I kept writing letters, and I said, "Oh, okay, we'll approve. We're going to approve your merchant processing application and open an account for you." I was like, "No, fuck you. No way. You made me go through all that shit because of your mistake, right? Are you kidding me?" And at the time, listen, I had mortgage, and I had my wife's leased vehicle. That was it. And I don't know, about $500,000 worth of available credit to me with a usage rate. I think it was like 2%. Fuck out of here. So Wells Fargo is another. But Wells Fargo, because it was working with, now I remember, CE Northeast, or CE was Carrier Enterprise, when I was a Bryant dealer for a little bit. Paid for to be a dealer. Oh, I shouldn't talk because the folks over at ACIQ, I think there's a dealer fee. Or I could be mistaken, but nonetheless. I know you're not going to be watching this on Friday. You're probably watching this on a Saturday morning. Thank you so much, guys. It's been an amazing 2025, and it's been an amazing journey with you guys since I started this channel a while ago. I remember one of the first videos I created, I was on a ski lift. I was on a ski lift. Let me pull up the video. Hold on, this is gonna be funny. Let me just go to my channel for a second. We have a little under 20,000 subscribers. Let's see the oldest video. The oldest video, Air Force None, episode 3, was I'm on a ski lift. 3 years ago, folks. 3 years ago. This is fun. There it is. The first videos, episode 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Oh, I remember that guy. Oh, man. Wow. Peter, the old shop. Wow, guys. Daniel. Oh, I remember that too. Oh yeah, the cock riding challenge. That was fun. We had, and we still do, have a lot of fun. It's amazing. It really is amazing. But I'd like to just thank all of you guys for your patience. And especially your time. I really do appreciate it. It's been a great journey. I'm looking forward to many, 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 many more years here. Talking with you guys, venting my frustrations, and sharing the journeys and the journey that I take every single day when I wake up, and never a moment where I wake up and I'm like, I do not want to get up today. It's great to enjoy your profession when you don't have a job, being just over broke, and you can share your experiences with others. It's really, it's quite a journey, I must say. So thank you guys very much. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you Monday morning. Happy holidays, happy weekend. Be well, God bless, stay safe.